Hey guys, it's Neek. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you guys know that I've decided to vlog my whole Navy experience. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so first I'm gonna... Ew, that's my sister. She's so weird.
Is that my thumb?
Yes, that's your thumb. Whose else thumb would it be?
Yours.
Ew, my thumbs are right here. Okay, ew, anyway, so yeah, I just want to start off with the biggest question I get asked is why the Navy? Okay, so ever since I was little, I'm not that type of person who's like, oh my gosh, ever since I was little, I've always wanted to be a sailor. No, that was the first thing from my mind. I was actually scared of the military because I didn't know anything about it. The only thing I knew was like from movies, and when it comes to water, the only thing I knew about water and boats and different things was Titanic, and yeah, that didn't end well. So I started thinking about the Navy. Actually, no, I'll take that back. It wasn't even the Navy. It was actually the Air Force. Originally, I was Air Force bound. But I started thinking about the military in general when I think it was after, no, it was after me and my ex broke up, or my boyfriend broke up, whatever. After my last relationship ended, I just was kind of like, dang, for the past 2.5 years, it was about, my future was about me and him and different things like that. But now that that's clearly not happening, I was just kind of like, I was just like, dang, like, I want to do something else with my life. Like, okay, now what? I mean, like, I had, like, some of my plans for school and my different plans like that, but, like, it was kind of like, now that he's gone, it's kind of like, okay, so now what? So then I started thinking about it more a little bit. Once I think I got off work one time, it was a hard day at work, and I was like, you know what, dang, I'm 21 with no kids, I'm a manager, yeah, I mean, that's decent, I'm making decent money, but it's kind of like I felt like I could be doing more with my life. So I kind of sort of started thinking about it, and I think I kind of got set up, because my friend from the Air Force, now we haven't talked in a good minute, he randomly hit me up and was like, he's coming home. So I'm like, okay, cool, He started talking about the Air Force and different things like that. And then my best friend, ever since I met her, she's been Navy bound or different things. But it's just kind of like, whatever. And it just kind of seemed as though around that time, she started talking about it more. And I was just kind of like, in like low-key in the back of my head, I kind of started thinking about it like, man, So, yeah, I think I just completely mixed like 3 stories together, so I'm kind of lost now. Yeah. Oh, back to him. So he ended up coming home, and he kind of started talking about it. I kind of like low-key asked him questions, still not with an intention of joining or anything, but and even then I was kind of like, oh yeah, cool, like yeah, good for you. Still, no, I'm not about to be about that life. So he left, and I went to my friend's house, and my other friend who's Navy bound, and I was just kind of like, you know what, forget it. I'm like, I might just start Googling stuff about it. So that's what I started doing, and I learned that there was actually careers in the Navy. I mean, in the military. I didn't know that. I thought that you just went off and fought, and you fought until you died, and when you died, you got decent benefits. And I thought that was just it. So, so that kind of drew me, because I've always been, I'm just like, whatever I do, I know I need to get a degree. I know I need to, finish school and different things like that. So I started Googling more to the Air Force, because, like I said, with the Titanic, that's the only, I don't know, the Titanic doesn't have nothing to do with the Navy. That's just how goofy I am, because I just started thinking Titanic and the Navy, and I was like, no. So basically, I honestly forgot what career I wanted to do in the Air Force. That's how, like, done I am with the Air Force right now. So basically, I ended up going to a recruiter. I went to one by my house, and I got sent all the way off. First of all, she wasn't in the office. She wanted me to call a number. I called the number, and she was like, oh, we can do this over the phone. In a couple of weeks, I'll set up an appointment with you. And I just thought that sounded weird. And I'm the type of person where when I want to get something done, I want to get done then. Like, I don't have any type of patience. So I was like, you know what, skip this. I was with two of my other friends who were also Navy bound. So I was like, you guys know we're about to make this an adventure. We're about to get this done. So we traveled like 45 minutes. It was like 100+ degrees. My car does not have air conditioning. I was that determined. So bottom line, we get up there to the office that's like 45 minutes away, and actually it's not 45 minutes away. It's supposed to be like 20 minutes away, but that drive was 45 minutes. Anyway, so we get up there, and the first thing I hear him telling somebody was something about an appointment, and I was just like, oh no, I drove. We are getting this done. So basically he's like, hey ladies, whatever, what's up? So so pretty much show we started talking. Before I knew it, I walked out of there with a date to take my ASVAB. So yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm about to be about this life. And so I took the ASVAB, and I was told, ew, get out of here with the sad face. I'm gonna talk about that later. She cannot talk. I'm so mad at her. Anyways, I went to go take the ASVAB, and I was told to contact the Air Force recruiter back, which I did. He never contacted me back, and so he finally did. He told me that he's going to send me an email because I was homeschooled, so it's a little harder for me with different things. Living in Illinois, with Illinois having like having really no regulations about being a homeschool student, but like different things the military needed. Like I'm not accredited. Like my mom doesn't have to be accredited to teach me, and it kind of screws things up with the military, whatever. So he was supposed to email me different things about that, to get that process going, and he never did. I waited like a week and a half. I called him. He never called me back after I gave him my ASVAB score. So I'm like, okay, this is stupid. This is wasting my time. I'm about to try to, get my stuff handled. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go back to the other recruiter that was closer to my house. She still had that sign on her door. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I was like, I'm going to call him one more time. If he doesn't answer, I'm going to go back. I'm just going to be Navy bound, because I also have been doing different research about the Navy. And I realized that they're pretty much kind of similar with the whole benefits and different things like that or whatever. And so yeah, so basically he never answered, she never answered. So I went to the Navy office, and that's how my whole Navy process started. I was like, okay, I'm about to be Navy bound. So after I left his office, since I already had my ASVAB things, basically the only thing he was stuck with was the same thing with the Air Force, which was my whole schooling process. So yeah, we got that figured out. And that's where we're at now. Now, basically, I'm just waiting to get shipped. No, that's not the word. I'm just waiting to go to MEPS, to go to MEPS. Yeah, so, I'm really excited. I'm kind of nervous, which brings, I'm getting kind of, like, I'm not sad yet, but earlier, she was all in her emotions earlier because she just said bye earlier to a guy who's going to military school. He's not in the actual service. He actually went to military school. And then she started talking about, she was like, oh my gosh. She was like, you're going to be leaving next. And then I started crying. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, that's like seriously going to be the hardest part, saying like bye. And she was like, we're not going to be able to talk anymore when you come home from work. And like, I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I'm not even an emotional person, but she made me start crying. And I started feeling bad. I was just like, okay. So then I had to make her start thinking. I'm like, well, it's okay. You can write me cool letters on cool stationery. And when I go, you can come visit. When I go on base, whatever, you come visit me. And I had to get myself happy because I already know that saying bye to everybody. I don't want to make you feel bad though. I'm just saying, like, I was just thinking, like, it was bad. It was ugly. We both started crying.
That's so ugly. I can't look at myself and talk. Yeah.
So yeah. So anyways, but we're gonna be good. I already know. I gotta be strong because it's gonna be an emotional day when I leave. So, but we got a little while for that. So yeah. Oh, another thing that got me about the Navy, I got really excited because my career, I want my career to be something hospitality management and culinary arts. So once I saw that the Navy has something kind of like that, the culinary specialist, I was like, man, I want to do that. Oh, which I'm about to bag up something else. If I tell I've been telling people that, and the first thing that they say is, oh man, you're just gonna be a cook. Oh man, your job's gonna suck. Blah 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 blah. Okay, I'm thinking with my whole career, I'm thinking long term. I'm just thinking that, man, once I'm done with the military, I plan on going to school to getting my degree in hospitality management. So I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking about how bomb is gonna look once I do get my degree and go into my job after the Navy. How bomb is gonna look to have the Navy on my resume. So that's what I'm thinking about. And then also to those people who figured out I was Navy bound, and they'll say like stupid stuff like, oh, you're taking the easy way out. Okay, Heffa, first of all, since when is joining the Navy or joining the service easy? Like, taking the easy way out. I mean, I'm leaving everything that I have here, basically. Like, I'm leaving my family, I'm leaving my friends, like, I'm serving my country to help you guys. Like, I don't know, that just really irritates me, because it's really not. Like, I don't think the people who say that, they're just really not educated on what, maybe they are. I'm just gonna write off as though they're stupid. So yeah, I just started talking about that. Please thought I was talking about. I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, I think that's pretty much why. And what led me to the Navy. So, like I said, I'm going to be making several other videos, my whole experience. I think the next one's going to be about, because right now where I'm at with the whole process is I'm waiting for my recruiter to call me back and let me know, because I had sent my mom had to type up a letter and sent to his supervisor and sent to like the education people with the military to, make sure that my homeschooling was accredited with, it is acceptable for the military. So that's where I'm at now. My transcripts were accepted, but now he just needed this letter. So, and after that, he said I can get shipped off to MEPS, which I am really excited about going, because I cannot wait to get my ship date. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, when are you leaving? I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I wish I did. But, so, yeah, my next video is going to be about that. So, about that outcome. So, yeah. So, you guys, shout out to Team Navy. Shout out to all my... I've been following so many cool people on Twitter about the Navy. I think I talked to most of them, but yeah, I just think that that's really cool, to like talk to other people who are kind of like in the same boat as I am. So yeah,
your support system, that makes it easier to be able to leave.
It really does, because it makes you feel as though you're not the only one who's feeling like this. And yeah, shout out to us, because we have the cojones. Yeah, I mean, like. Yeah, shout out to us. We're doing things. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So yeah, guys, just stay tuned. Ask me questions, comment, tweet me, different things like that. If you guys have any ideas about like different things that I should cover in the videos or different things like that, just let me know and I'll try to make that happen. So I think that's all. See you guys later. Bye.